Evening, late night live, members of Spiritual Encrypted Encounters. This is Brother HCS. For those who tune in on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Restream, and for those who follow my show with TikTok's under HCS 895. Do late night live. And just doing a quick live to see who's awake this late. I serve too. There we are. We're all shared out. How you doing, Andrew? How you doing, Andres Carizales? How you doing, Brother Law Morgan? Let me fix the lighting here. I got it off a little bit to the left. Just doing a quick live, brothers and sisters, brothers, whoever's here tonight. I was on with Brother Josh Turner, Per on the round table. Yeah, I know that feeling, man, of feeling a certain kind of way when people target you. It's nothing new. You know, in my life, uh, I've been targeted in so many ways all throughout my life that it's crazy, right? I remember when I was growing up, uh, when we used to go work up north, like to Arkansas and stuff, and on the way coming back into Texas, this is in the '70s. I run into the signs that would say no dogs, no wetbacks, only dogs allowed. You know, or they'll have signs where it says don't be caught after 7 o'clock, after sundown. You know, I remember all this. When I was growing up, uh, where there was a lot of racism, and I believe there still is. You know, I just don't want to address some issues. Tomorrow I will have open mic night, and we'll talk about any topic, which is tonight, later on tonight. But I remember those people, being this way. Have a lot of anger and hatred in them because they're stuck living in somebody else's beliefs and other something ways. Uh, Remember that kind of stuff. Then in the military, same thing. When I joined in the military, I was involved in, you know, many people from many cultures all throughout the United States, and you run into racism in there. That's one of the biggest problems that the military had was racism because they're joining the military. They're giving you a pair of BDUs, and they're saying, "Hey, everybody's in the same uniform, so you're one of us," but not technically, because everybody, there's different nationalities and then different upbringings, in which that causes division even in the military. And I was, uh, got scrutinized. I had to get in fights in basic training. I got in a lot of fights against other people that were discriminating against me because I was Hispanic, right? So, it wasn't fair fights. It would be like me against like three people, which I had to do what I had to do, and nobody wanted to get in trouble with a drill sergeant, so I would play it off like nothing happened. But eventually, I got each individual that tried to do something to me. I got them basic training, handle business, did what I had to do. Everybody's gonna fight for what they believe is right, right? Where I come from in South Texas in the Rio Grande Valley, I mean, I knew a couple of the white the white people and the African American people that I knew. They lived where I lived. They were good friends, and they knew how to talk Spanish, right? So they understood all the bad words. If you're saying something, some kind of bad words to them, they would understand it. Uh, had a good friend, Mitch Thomas. We played Little League together. We're in the same team for about 3 years, and they have this big old ranch, Thomas Ranch, where they sell cattle. And he was the catcher, and I was a pitcher. And he understood more bad words. He would say more bad words than what I knew, because all the cattlemen that worked in his ranch, they were all Hispanic. So he knew he had a vocabulary, a dense vocabulary of bad words. Then my other friends, they understood Spanish. They had a little section in our small town where it was the brother neighborhood where the brothers lived. Uh, but yeah, everybody was cool with everybody. It's kind of like, yeah, we joke around and stuff like that, but it's like we still know each other. We grew up together, so we just joke around. Yeah, but it was a big splash for me, a big hit when I went into the military. I was joined the military to start a new life path, a new path for me, and get out of where I lived, because where I lived, there was a lot of corruption, a lot of evil people, drugs, and you name it, mafia. That's where I grew up in that kind of environment. So all through my life, I witnessed a lot of crooked stuff, dirty policemen, I mean, a lot of crookedness. That I wasn't living in a town where you can say too much, because if you say too much, then they'll come after you. They try to take you out. So that's how I grew up. You know, in which I've seen all kinds of things as I was growing up by these crooked people. But yeah, when I was in basic, I got in a lot of fights because I had no choice to defend myself. But you got to understand basic training. Basic training, you're not trying to get in trouble. You're not trying to get in trouble with the drill sergeants, because if you get in trouble with the drill sergeants, then the whole platoon is going to get smoked, which are going to work you out. And if the platoon gets smoked because you did something, then it's going to fall on you, and people might come after you, right? Uh, so that's when I got in those fights. I made sure that even though I had some bumps and bruises, I didn't say nothing, because if I said something about what went down, then everybody gets punished, and that's the way uh, basic training was for me, in which you know I survived it. It was just a different time than this new army and all this. Is different times. So I remember when I finally got my orders, and I was gonna go. My first order was to go overseas, right? So I got my orders and I get on this bus and there's an empty seat and we're all in their dress screens and there's an empty seat because I'm going to Germany and this guy there. I say, hey, man, can I sit down beside you? And he says, no, no, you can't. I said, well, that's an empty seat right there. And he said, I don't like your kind. It was a white guy. That's what he told me. I don't like your kind. I said, okay. So I jumped over him and landed right on the seat. And he got mad, right? He got mad and he got up and stood all the way up in the bus. So people like that, right? I knew that sooner he's going to have to wise up one way or the other. Either he's going to have to wise up on himself, or what happens to people like that? They get handled, right? In which, what I mean by that if he's like that with people, eventually he's going to get his ass handed to him because that's what happens with people like that. When they have the kind of mentality or they think that they're bad, there's always somebody better, right? So I don't know. I ignored that guy, and it's like maybe it's just coincidental. But sometimes the Heavenly Father shows you things that's what's to come, right? So when I went up in my first duty station, it was the same way, but it was not. I was in a like an all black platoon, so it was the black people coming up against me in a negative way. They would literally say, "You're not one of us." Touching their skin color, looking at me. So I got stuck in all kinds of details, right? When I was in basic, like the first 2 3 months was nothing but details for me. Then after that, it's like I had to get in all these fights, force fights, which is called Badingo fights, right? Got in all these force fights, and I went undefeated, 40-0, just pure fist, and just throw, man to man, and took care of every opponent that they placed in front of me. It was called Badingo fights because they were bringing me nothing but African American to fight, and I went 40-0, right? 40-0, undefeated. Well, I'm just sharing this just to let you know, brothers and sisters, that I've overcome a lot of things, a lot of trials and tribulations in my life. And I will continue to conquer any trials and tribulations that are coming at me. Uh, that I will overcome them. You know, and what I mean by that is, certain individuals that have my name in their mouth, that they never served in the military, that know nothing about serving the military. They don't know nothing about honor. They know nothing about sacrifice for your country. They don't know how to take an oath. Uh, but they see this evil people, right, coming up against me, in which they're part of that, and they're allowing these people to come and disrespect me. Uh, which I already know what kind of people these are. These people are really not worth my time. They're not men. Uh, for example, yesterday, God forgive me, but I did disrespect somebody yesterday because these people have been messing with me for a while now, for a long time, for about 5 years. So yesterday I disrespected somebody's old lady, or should I say somebody's mother. Dirty Ike, if you're if you're listening, uh, I yes, I disrespected your mother. How does it feel? How does it feel being targeted? Because that's what you've been doing to me for 5 years, for about 5 years now. Been targeting me for about 5 years. The reason I did that to you is because you disrespected my wife. You've been disrespecting my wife. So I gave you a taste of your own medicine and you didn't like it. Didn't like it. That's why you woke up in the morning and you were crying about it, getting all your little, the other little maggots in your camp to mess with me. Was you up put another post? Which is that's cool. That's cool. But I know one thing, Mike, that I'm more man and more American than anybody in your camp. Than anybody in your camp. I am a very honorable man. But when you cross the lines and the boundaries and you don't know when to quit, well, I'm going to continue to defend myself. I'm not going to allow your punk ass to keep on disrespect me. And you're lucky that I do have a love foundation. You're very lucky. But I'm going to tell you, one day you're going to run into the wrong individual that doesn't have a love foundation. And that's going to be it for you. You know, you have a chance to ask God for forgiveness and repent for your sins. You do. I mean, I don't know why you dislike me. I've never done nothing to you. It's something you've done something to me, and you continue to try to attack me, try to see if you're going to get me pissed off. Man, I'm going to show you how this guy looks, man. I'm going to show you how this guy looks. You know, because like I said, I'm sick and tired of this fool, and I'm going to show you that this guy got some issues, right? So since you're not man enough, since you're not man enough to jump on here, Dirty Ike, I've offered you to drop your link. I'm going to show the viewers, maybe I can, maybe show talking to your picture, of the messed up soul. But I'm going to show the people how messed up you really are, man. I believe you have serious issues, which you're not all out there. Uh, Nick goes for you and for anybody in your camp. You haven't been where I've been. Uh, I've got my awards from when I served Operation Desert Storm in the Battle of Medina Ridge. I have 5 Bronze Stars, medals for fighting in the front lines. You don't know nothing about me, uh, but I'm just here to tell you, man, that you or the fat titty cluffing that guy that's always uh, got my name in his mouth, and you and all the other people affiliated with you, that you're nobodies to me, man. You're talking to a guy that's actually been in the front lines and survived a combat environment. People normally in the front lines are the first ones to die in a war. Well, I'm here. I'm still here. It's something uh, your camp should be getting on your knees in my presence because I am true, a true American hero. It's something you should be getting on your knees when you talk to me. So I'm going to show you how this guy looks. Uh, I'm just talking real quick, brother. Buddha Cafe. Let me show you how this guy looks. I want to show a picture of how this guy looks. It is a guy that's talking stuff about me, targeting my, going digging into my old pictures and trying to make AIs out of them and stuff like that. You know. So let me show you how this fool looks. Let me find it real quick. How this fool looks. Okay, let me go back to over here. Go back to the live. See what we got here. You know, I would drop a link to this guy, but he's never going to show up to talk to me because he's not man enough to handle business, whether it be talking to me or in the past. You know, it was at one point in time a physical thing. You know, where he said he was going to do something. He said he would send me a plane ticket to fly to Oklahoma and all this stuff. I'm just letting you know that you're barking up the wrong tree, man, because I'm truly a freaking warrior, a combat soldier, a freaking warrior. You just don't know of my capabilities, what I'm able to do. And I know you're bent out of shape, you're obese, uh, you're bent out of shape. You can, I mean, you're no challenge for me. I'm just here to let you know, no challenge for Sarncias. I'm gonna show you a picture of this fool. Since he don't wanna man up. Hey, let me show you how he looks. There you go. There he is. Here's the guy. You see how this guy looks, man. He's running around looking like the little minion with a little freaking headlight on his freaking forehead. Running out there. Uh, the only thing that the viewers that he's got are all freaking fake bots. You know, I don't even think his own family views him. But he's desperate for views. He's not getting the money that he wants to get for for his habits. Look at this guy. I know he's younger than me. I'm just letting you know right now, you know, that you're no match for me, Dirty Ike. Look at yourself. Trash. Yeah, I might have some grays here, but all this is the look that I'm looking for right now. You know, in my Heavenly Love Foundation. But you want to continue to target me and say all these things, but look at you, a big pile of shit. Look at your look at you, man. You are no freaking challenge for me. I would tear you up real freaking quick. Desperate. You're a desperate guy, man. Two-faced. Desperate. Desperate for views. That you want to throw everybody under the bus, but the problem is everybody knows what you're about, which you're trash. You wouldn't stand a chance against RCS. You or nobody in your camp would stand a chance with RCS. And furthermore, you wouldn't stand like a chance with Brother Josh Turner or anybody from Paranormal Roundtable. But I'm addressing you, Dirty Ike, since you don't want to be man enough. I figured let me post your picture. Maybe your picture be man enough to talk. But look at you. Look how you look, bro. Yeah, he's frozen. He's doing an investigation, and I don't know what kind of investigation is frozen, but there he is. That's Dirty Ike for you. I guess his internet is not working properly when he's out there, and he's frozen right now. How come you're gonna show a better angle of yourself, Dirty Ike? Here you go. There he is. Oh, are you mad now? Are you mad now, Dirty Ike? Look at him. Look how this fool looks, man. Got a little headlight on his freaking cap, like the little minion. He got mad yesterday because I was making fun of his daddy mama. He got mad and I sent him a link to jump on yesterday and he didn't want to jump on to defend his mother's honor. You know that was a test, right? Uh, Dirty Ike. That was a test just to see what kind of a man you were. And you answered my question that you're not a man at all. You're a coward. How is somebody not going to defend their mother's honor? That's what I want to know. It's a little light thing. How is somebody not going to defend their mother's honor? Talking about I have no honor, but I fought for my country against the Medina Republican Guard, against Saddam Hussein in Operation Desert Storm. I was making fun of his mother/father, whatever the hell it is, and he couldn't combat and defend his mother's honor. Isn't that a shame? That he don't give a damn about his mother, father, or whatever it is. That he don't care. I dropped the link and he couldn't defend his mother's honor. You talking about I'm not honorable man. I came up to bat yesterday and defended my wife's honor. I've defended my mother's honor before in the past. But you, Dirty Ike, couldn't even come and defend was your mother's honor. And that's a shame, right? That you can defend your mother's honor. What kind of son are you? You can defend your mother slash daddy honor. How come you couldn't defend it, Dirty Ike? Answer me that question. And you know why I targeted you, right? Because you've been messing with me for about a week. It's been you stealing pictures and making fun of my old lady. So that's why I roasted your mother last night. Or how people would say it, smoke like a cheap cigar, right? Because she's cheap. I mean, look at you. You probably don't even know who your daddy is, man. Look at you. Look at your face. And I hope it's getting under your skin what I'm telling you, because I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you the truth, Dirty Ike. You're a piece of shit. That's what you are. All the people that are affiliated with you are pieces of shit. They're pieces of shit. Look at you, looking like an idiot with a freaking light in on your freaking head. Talking about your boots on the ground. You ain't no freaking boots on the ground. You never left your vehicle. You stayed around your vehicle while you're investigating, doing circles with a flashlight. you're like an arm's length away from your vehicle. You don't know nothing. You know nothing about no military tactics, offensive, defensive. You're a nobody. You're a nobody to me. You're a nobody to the community. You're a piece of shit. A big piece of crap. There you go. There he is. That one looks. That's the real him right there. A piece of caca. That's what you are. A piece of crap. Yeah, it's more like boots around his vehicle. That's all he's doing. Walks around the vehicle a couple of times, gets tired from walking like 2 times around his vehicle because he's a fat ass. Then he gets in his vehicle, drives to a different location, and does the same thing. Stays on the road, on a dirt road, and he never gets off the. He gets off the vehicle just to walk around the vehicle, but he don't go into the woods or anything like that. And he calls that an investigation. Get the hell out of there. And not there's just that. He's got fake. He's got like when I seen it first, he only had like 60 viewers. All of a sudden, he's got like 200 something viewers. Then he goes back to 160. So all throughout the show, he's only at 160. The show finishes. After a couple of minutes, then all of a sudden he's got I don't know how many, 1,000 and something viewers or something, which he bought. He didn't have enough money to buy enough viewership because it's not the beginning of the month, right? So he bought some viewership, saying he was trying to compete with brother Josh Turner. Get out of here with that crap. Yeah, you don't know who we're dealing with. Sarcias Sarcias can be a very, very cruel person. I know how to target this kind of individuals. He's too easy. Too easy. Yeah, he got a mind of a freaking sloth, man. I think a sloth moves faster than him, and he's used to messing with people, women, right? That's his primary target. He, but the women been defending themselves, like Sister Madeline, Sister Nellie. So he decided my wife has nothing to do with spiritual encrypted encounters. Then he want to target my wife. So that's why you made it personal, Dirty Ike. That's why I made fun of your mother. I had 100%. Uh, I had, how should I say it? For what I did yesterday, it was legit. You messed with somebody that I love, and I gave you the same medicine back. The difference is I know how to handle it. You don't. What'd you do? You go crying to everybody in your friends list, and you wrote this thing that I'm not an honorable man and all this stuff. I'm a freaking hero, pendejo. All my brother in arms have my back, pendejo. Do you know who you're really messing with? You don't know. You don't know who you're messing with. I don't stand alone. I got my brother in arms that stand with me too, pendejo. And I'm calling you pendejo because that's what you are. Yeah, this guy is a fucking idiot, a pendejo. I'm just showing you, man, that he's not a man enough to face Sorrensias. Sorrensias will tear him up. You know, as much stuff that he's done. So I'm not the type of person that let it affect me. I'm the type of person that's going to get you pissed off. That you come out and try to man up, so I can handle business with you. Look at you, a piece of shit. Yeah, he buys views. Nobody wants to see this idiot walking around with a little flashlight on his freaking forehead. Uh, he's got the lights on in his freaking vehicle where he gets off the vehicle and walks around the flashlight. That's not an investigation. That's not a recon, Baboso. I'm just telling you, you don't know who you're fucking with. I'll show you how American I am. After whoop that ass, I'll show you what kind of American I am. You, Fat Titty Cuffington, I want to talk about me being in the military. I'll show you who the warrior is. You won't be crying. I'm telling you, you won't be crying. You're gonna be too late if the warrior gets unleashed on you. As it is, I have to live what I've done in combat, right? That stays with me forever, right? Everything that I did out there, it stays with me forever. Then I find my love foundation, get married, my beautiful wife. Then you want to come and try to make fun of the people I love, but you don't fucked up because you might see the warrior soon. That's what I'm gonna let you know. I want to give you what you want. You might see the warrior. That's what you want. I was trying to get you pissed off enough so we can meet up here in Temple. You wanna meet up with me in Temple? Let's handle business. I made fun of your mother or father, whatever the fuck that is. She's one ugly bitch. Maybe that'll trigger you to come handle some business with me. You can bring your little headlight with you. Oh, he shows up in here with his fake accounts. I know he's listening like the bitch that like the I know he's listening like the bitch that he is. He wants to start a war that he can't finish because it's already a lost war. Is You started a war with the wrong people, and you've already lost. I mean, we call you out every freaking time. You keep on losing and losing and losing because it's a war you cannot win. I'm just letting you know right now. I know I have a lot of heart, and I'll do whatever it takes to put a stop to you, just like Brother Josh Turner would do, and anybody. But you messed with me too many times already. That's why I talk about your daddy, mama, whatever the fuck that is one ugly bitch. I want you to get mad. How are you not gonna come and defend the honor of your mother? You see me making fun of her yesterday. Yes, I did it intentionally, Mike. Just like you been messing with me, posting things on of my wife, yeah, I make fun of your bitch mom. You're a bitch boy because you didn't even come and try to defend her honor. So that tells me a lot. Too easy, easy peasy. That's what I'm trying to say, brother Anthony Moreno. That I'm showing you that this guy is literally a bitch. I disrespected his mother. Anybody that's got a mother, right? You're going to defend their honor, regardless if you're in the right or in the wrong. I disrespected his mother intentionally because he's been targeting my wife. So I figured what's good for the goose is good for the gander. I ripped a new asshole in his mother, father, whatever the hell it is. And he didn't defend her because he's a bitch. And I'm proving to the people that are afraid of this guy that this guy is a bitch. He's a pussy. He ain't gonna do nothing to nobody. He just wants to play games. I'm not about games, man. You want to handle business, man the fuck up. Grab your little peas and do something about it. If you're not going to do something about it, then just keep my name out of your mouth, or else I might find you and show you who I am. I would suggest keep my name out of your mouth. Yeah, he's a bitch. I don't know, and I'm thinking he's a bitch coward that he only targets women and he wants to scare women. You know, like he's got his sisters scared, his daughter scared because that's the type of a pussy he is. He targets women just like he targeted the elder, right? Because he's a bitch. Dana Ortega, they're all affiliated, so they all come from they're all cowardly, you know. But yeah, this is a guy that is causing all the chaos and havoc. Me, I'm old school, man. If you want to defend your mother's honor, give me a holler because I want to defend my wife's honor, right? So if you dislike what I say about your mother, do something about it because I'm ready to take care of business with you. You said something about my wife that sounded like men. Don't be the bitch. Don't be the bitch that you are. Well, that's what it did, Sister Brenda. He's been doing this, and I'm ready to handle business with this fool. It's been well overdue, and I'm ready to handle all this time that he thinks. You know, he thinks that I'm sick, that I'm ill, and all this stuff. Go ahead and think that, Mike. Go ahead and think that because all this time that you've been playing your stupid games, I've been training and training and training, waiting for the day to cross paths with you. You know, I figured let me disrespect his mother just to see if he's going to man up, especially when it brings my wife into the equation. But he don't want to man up because he's a bitch. He's a puta. I would say it in Spanish. Brother Sparky, I'm not worried about what I'm saying. You know, the only thing I'm saying is You haven't you've only messed with you a couple of times, Sparky. He's been messing with me for freaking years, for years, right? That's a big difference. I know you want to go on the show to talk or whatever. I know what you were doing over there. No, I know you said you were defending somebody. I don't know, but this guy been messing with me for about 5 years now. 5 years, and I'm gonna tell you like this, Dirty Ike. My brother in arms watched Spiritual Encrypted Encounters. So, like I said, be careful what you seek for. That's all, and I'm gonna leave it at that. Be careful what you seek for, because you might find it. I'm not the only warrior. I'm not the only hero. There's many of us. You see how they did you, Sparky? Yeah, I say it how I say it, man. Yeah, in the state of Texas, it is legal for mutual combat. State of the tech In the state of the Texas, it is legal for mutual combat. But he not gonna man up. So now that I said what I had to say, I'll drop a link to who wants to jump on. There you go. Here's a link. Here go Dirty Ike. There's your opportunity. I'll drop a link there. Defend your At least try to defend your mother's honor. You go after many women, Sister Nellie Turner, Sister Madeline, Blondes and Booze, and many other women you've attacked, targeted. My old lady has nothing to do with this. You targeted her. I guess you just don't give a damn about no women, eh? That's okay. Sooner or later, you're gonna have to pay all the child support money. Hope, Hopefully, they'll throw your ass in jail. We're not paying no child support. That's where you need to go. Come on. Where you at, Dirty Ike? Where's where are you, Fat Titty Cuffington? Crying about I don't got no honor. Just because you fight with lizard lots because you shortchange them with money doesn't make you any kind of hero, uh, Fat Titty Cluff. You want to shortchange them lizard lots at the truck stops. I understand. I understand. And I understand what you're saying. No, Brother Sparky, I've invited him into mutual combat a long time ago, and he just plays the games like to go. He's going into even family members' profiles and stealing pictures from their profiles. That's what he's been doing because those pictures are not in my phone. So he's been going into other family members' profiles and stealing pictures and doing the things that he's doing. Yeah, trust me, I would already taught him a lesson a long time ago if he lived here in Texas. If he lived here in Texas, it would have been a done deal. He would have already learned his lesson. Yeah, we're more native than he is. It's in our bloodline. Yeah, that's what he's been doing. He went into my stepson's account, and he made fun of my wife, and even my stepson is in the picture, and they have nothing to do with spiritual encrypted encounters. And I haven't showed him because I'll just leave it like that. I haven't showed him because, and I'll leave it at that. Like I said, he's messing with the wrong people. Yes, that's what they did. Trust me, they don't know who they're messing with. That's all I can tell you. I'm just gonna leave it like this. Uh, my wife is the only child, and her father is very overprotective when somebody comes after the family, and he's not a man of words. That's all I can say. And he's old school, very old school. He do not play. He's not gonna want to hear an apology. He's not gonna hear nothing like that. So I suggest that you erase anything that you have with my wife on there, because if I let him know, then it's beyond my control or what you're doing. I'm just letting you know right now. See, Dirty Ike, I'm an honorable man. When before I got married, I asked permission from her father and the mother for her hand in marriage. I'm a very honorable man. At the same time, I know how kind of individual he is. He don't play. So I suggest if you want to target somebody, target me. Either out of it or shit might happen. And I'll leave it at that. Tend to have friends in higher places. I do got a friend from Boston. Uh, he's same way, man. Old school. He's the type of person that you handle business and he'll still have his cup of coffee and his donut the following day. No second thoughts about anything. I'm telling you, you know who's been protecting you, Ike? You know who's been protecting you all this time? It's been me. It's been me. I've been protecting you from a lot of people. Just put it that way. How you doing, brother Wolf?
Oh, almost hit a deer, man. I'm sitting there driving, doing my rounds. Jeez, right when I jump on, freaking deer ran right out in front of my freaking vehicle. Hey, so I just wanted to point out something. He's always talking about, and it just hit me. Like this latest little shit that he did with this woman. Like every time we turn around, he's going after a woman. Like every time you turn around, he's going after a woman, dude. And he's over here saying you should never attack women and trying to act like, we're like going after women using Dana Ortega as an example, which I dare say that's a pretty sad example for anything. But yeah, that's all they got. They got these hateful ass women like Shaka Kaka Shaka Laka Ding, whatever her name is, and then the irrelevant Dana. That's all they got. And then they say that we're attacking them when anybody can look and see that these women just have diarrhea of the mouth, and these aren't like normal women. They're going around attacking everybody. But what did Elder Medicine? What did she do? She didn't do anything to them. She didn't do shit, and he attacked her. This dude attacks women. He attacked Wendy Guizdala. He attacked Nelly. He attacked your wife. He went after Tex's wife with his marriage. I mean, that is your MO, Dirty Ike. I'm sitting here right now, and it just hit me. I was like, dude, like here lately, there's been all this back and forth, and I'm telling you, yeah, we've said some things. I've said some things, but I haven't threatened them. And they said, oh, well, they're threatening. They always try to put everybody, one group, whatever. So what is that? But like you said, what does you saying to him have to do with your wife? What does, me saying something to this guy about the way he behaves or whatever, what does it have to do with my wife? What does it have to do with anybody's wife? What is it with these dude and attacking women? Because he attacked my wife way back, trying to say that she was having these late night conversations with him, which is easily disproved. I mean, it's easily disproved. I mean, this dude says the most outlandish, wild shit he could come up with, and he goes after people he thinks he can bully. He goes after people that he thinks are weak, and oftentimes that's women. He goes after women. Ike, if you keep it up, man, I'm going to bring a special guest on. There's two different people, and they don't really want to, but they said if they had to, they would come forward and talk about stuff that, you know, and I'm hoping that it doesn't come to that. I'm hoping that we can just sue the shit out of this dude. You go ahead and throw out whatever you want about me, but it ain't going to amount to fucking a hill of beans compared to what you've done, Ike. So you go ahead and tell everybody that we were talking about you tonight. And don't say I was threatening you, because I didn't challenge you to a fight or to a duel or anything. And I could totally understand Abe's frustration, because the shit that you made about his wife was fucking sickening. Sickening, dude, you piece of fucking shit. But I know better, because I know you get under somebody's skin from attacking them for years, and then you exploit it and you use it, you cockroach motherfucker. But I'm going to tell you this right now, dude. You better hope to God that the lawsuit on you actually just sticks, because you're going to run out of alternatives with people, because there's so many people that want to see you go down, Ike. I mean, because you have just messed with so many people. And some of these people, I'm telling you, dude, they mean business, dude. And they're fucking sick of your shit, man. It's not me you got to worry about. Because, you know, you think that you are untouchable and that you can do and say whatever the fuck you want to do and say. But that ain't the way it is, chicken head McGee. That's not the way it is. And just remember that, folks. This guy goes after everybody's wife. That's his MO. And they want to talk about women and children. Guy that won't even lift a finger to take care of his son. Typical white trash. That's what you are, in my opinion, Ike. You're typical white trash. My opinions. These are my opinions. Like I said, I can't say 100% anything. I just know it's my opinions. But you sit there and you fuck with somebody and fuck with somebody, fuck with somebody, and talk about their wife. Like you talked about my wife too. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Motherfucker. Keep it up with your fucking retard ass, dude. I don't give a shit what anybody says, Ike. You started something with me that will never fucking end. You're not the only one that can keep going. I'll keep going to my last breath, Ike. I will never, ever let it go because of what you've done. You will face justice one way or another. I promise you, dude. Boy, I promise you, dude. I wish you would come to Texas. I wish you would. Because like Sparky said, this is a mutual combat state. But don't hold your breath, Abe, because Ike's a coward. He would never. He won't even get on the fucking computer. He won't even get on one of his multiple computers, because that's what he spends his money on, is iPads and computers and phones, so that he can sit there and be 15 different people at one time. I'm going to tell you right now, dude, that guy will never, ever face us, ever in a million years, dude. Never. And if you think he would ever come to face you in person, this guy has got to be one of the biggest chicken shit cowards, in my opinion, that has ever walked this fucking earth. And I in my opinion, your mother, your incestuous mother, dude, has got to be one of the ugliest bitches I've ever seen in my life. That's in my opinion. Like I said, opinions are like assholes, like everybody's got one. And my personal opinion is that is one dog ass, ugly ass bitch. That's what she is. It's fucking hideous. Whatever that is, mama, daddy, papa, whatever the fuck that is, his mommy, daddy, sister. And I also think that ugly sister of his, the Oompa Loompa that's always doing the fraud with him, committing fraud and taking money from people, which is illegal, by the way. That fat bitch too, in my opinion, she's an ugly fat bitch. That fat pig-faced bitch, she is literally your daughter. Yeah, Ike. Have you told anybody that? Have you told anybody that? Because in my opinion, that is his daughter out of incest with his mother. Not even joking. I mean, I'm not even joking. I'm just saying, in my opinion, I'm not joking. This is my personal belief. I truly, honestly believe that. Yeah, because she is like 20 something years old, and Ike is like 50. So do the math, dude. She's like 20. She's like 28 years old, 29, something like that. Ike is 50. So do the math, dude. That's his daughter, in my opinion. Ike, in my personal opinion, you and your mother had incestuous sex, and you had that. That is your Sarah is your daughter. That's why she does whatever you tell her, because you're her daddy. You know, mommy, no means no, mommy. Right, Ike? Because no one is gonna lay on top of that creature that you call a mom. You know, in my opinion. except for you. And you probably were doing it behind your dad's back. In my opinion, y'all were probably going to the shed and probably fucking the animals too, in my opinion. That's my opinion. I just think that that's probably what's going on here. Now, like I said, these aren't facts. These are just opinions of mine. But I'm pretty sure that incestuous barnyard animal fucking and mommy fucking went on, and that's how Sarah was made. Yeah, I think Kaylee is his sister. I think that's her sister. That's what I think. That's my opinion. What do you think of that, Ike?
Boy, I don't know who that is. They're not saying nothing. Who's his mama boy?
I'll have you know, we keep it all in the family around here.
Yeah, you probably do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's why we say no, mommy, no. But it's really yes, mommy, yes.
You go out to the barn, have some barnyard animal fun?
Mm-hmm. It's out there by that bridge I love to go to. Mm-hmm.
Where you find the rubber ducks?
Mm-hmm. That bridge. Mm-hmm. The rubber ducky bridge. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Gotta steal the rubber duckies so nobody else can have the rubber duckies. Mm-hmm. You want to know what I do with the rubber duckies? I bet you don't. Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and tell us. Tell us what you do with them, Dirty Ike.
I don't know if I could tell you that. That's incriminating. Mm-hmm. I cannot incriminate myself. That's in litigation. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm turning it all over to the attorneys. I'm turning it all over to the attorneys. The attorneys that I will never talk to in a million years because they'll find all the fucking bullshit fake accounts that I have. Mike, you've painted yourself into a corner, dude.
Mm-hmm. I know.
Painted yourself into a corner. Yeah.
I painted this down. Mm-hmm.
You painted yourself into a corner, dude, because you have so many fake accounts that when it all comes out, dude, it's all going to be laid at your doorstep. Everything you've done.
Look, they're not fake accounts. They're all my split personalities. Mm-hmm. Every
like
single
Ed
one.
Gein, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So you like Ed Gein, huh? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's why you
Mama
talk to yourself?
Best. Oh, yeah. That's why I talk to myself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When you think about her, you touch yourself?
I don't know about that. I mean, I like a corn cob every once in a while, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking I'll open up an OnlyFans, but it'd just be my family. Maybe that hungry hippo. Maybe this tree rat. What do you guys call them? I like to call them tree rats.
Tree rats.
You know, those fuckers that hiss, they talk a lot of shit. Then when you run up on them, they're like, no, daddy, no. You got any other questions for me?
Well, I know, I heard that you made Sarah with your mommy. Let me ask you this. Did you make your nephew with Sarah? Is that because because at one point I thought they were all the same people. I didn't really know who was who. So is that why Sarah doesn't respect her husband, doesn't care about him, and only listens to you?
No, see, it's a cult here. Everyone has to listen to Mama. Everyone has to listen to Mama McKee. Mama McKee keeps everyone in line. If you don't listen to her and obey her and let me, shove you into a bookcase every once in a while with a bang stick in my hand and tell you I fucking dare you, you better fucking do it. You're not part of the cult. So Mama McKee decides who gets to breed with who. Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. So it's literally like the hills have eyes out there.
Mm-hmm. It's hills have corn cobs and roaches. Now we don't dress up in human skin. That's taken a little bit too far. But occasionally we like to soil our clothes and
then wear them for a week.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Oh, yeah. All the time.
Yeah.
Every single day.
See, and I thought
And then,
another thing I thought you were losing weight, but every picture I see of you look like a big fat ass fucking hog. Like you're
well,
getting fatter and fatter, dude. Like a fat little
see,
hamster. What's going on?
when you got diabetes from all the poverty food because you don't work and you don't hold down a couple jobs, you just sit at home and you drink soda and you eat a lot of carbs and you might walk around your truck and call out boots on the ground. You tend to get fat
Yeah,
and then you get
yeah.
diabetes and then you bloat and carbs make you bloat. Did you know that?
Oh yeah.
If I had a doctor, my doctor would tell me that. But I watch Dr. Oz on TV with my mama, and he tells me that I shouldn't be eating carbs. So I need to stop with the carbs. Mm-hmm.
What about all the skin tags? What's going on with that? Are that packs of pus, parasites, or what is that?
Look, those are snacks for when we go through a famine. That we can pick them off each other like great
like
apes and
like
snack
tick?
on them. Mm-hmm.
Jeez Louise, man. Man.
You got any other questions? This is getting really interesting.
What do you think, Abe? It's pretty gross, isn't it?
You don't want to know what I'm thinking.
Maybe I do. Now, I can't fight you because when I was in middle school, I got mouthy with someone and he beat the shit out of me and I learned my lesson. So I only talk shit online and I won't ever come and meet you. I'm really traumatized because I made a big stinky and I got hit really hard in the head. That's why I'm stupid. Hmm.
Wow, something just walked behind my vehicle. I thought it was a person. I guess it was a shadow.
Shadow figure.
I'm talking to you brought a demon out, I guess, huh?
Mm-hmm. Sure did. Mm-hmm.
You practice black magic, Magic Mike?
Um,
Magic
something
Mike.
like that.
Yeah.
Magic Mike, you want to see me get naked?
Yeah, I'm sure you probably get naked and dance around in front of, and go, you wanna fuck me? Or fuck me hard. That's probably what you do. In my opinion, that's what I think you would do. Yeah. Like
Mm.
Buffalo Bill. You probably do. You probably have some poor girl well, probably a dude in your case, trapped in some cellar somewhere.
Hey, they don't get trapped in there. They come willingly.
Well, you don't let them out.
I pick them up at the club.
Damn, you actually leave your property to go to a club? I thought you just hung around your property like a bunch of weird cannibals out there.
Well, the club is a love shack out by the bridge. That's why I go to the bridge. I was
Oh,
asking if you
okay.
want to know what I do with those rubber duckies, but now you know. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Jeez.
That's
Man, you're
why
more
they'll be
disgusting
dirty
than I
when I
thought.
mail them off.
Wow. Holy shit. So Jessipotamus, she in my opinion, I think she has a thing for you. I mean, I think that she's really hoping that one day, you'll come around and y'all can ride off into the sunset together, and she can scrub your shit stains from your underwear and whatever. Is that ever going to happen, or is it just strictly mama and men for you? Because I don't think your mom will let you be with another woman, would she?
Mama knows best, and Mama says, mm-mm. No.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. There's
Yeah,
not
because
enough room in
women
this
are
trailer
filthy.
for all of us. And
Yeah,
hey, it's not a trailer. It is a manufactured home, okay? Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Manufactured home. That's what the government said when it gave it to us.
Yeah, I think it's worth like $3,000 or something like that. Wow, that's pretty pathetic.
Mm-hmm.
So you probably started this show thinking that grifting and frauding and stealing and lying, of course, that it would get you out of poverty without having to work, right? That's what you thought?
Well, I don't think I'm going to do anything in my life, but at the same time, it could. Or I could just make people's lives live in hell.
Well, you've already done that. You're doing that very well. That's what you're best at. You really should start a talk show where you can exploit people and bring them on, these middle-aged old hags that you seem to attract, like Jessipotamus, in my opinion. That's what she is. And so you can get them on there and get them to open up and talk about all of their emotional scars. And maybe you could just hurt their feelings real bad. And like with her, you could put like food on different trees and make her run around and try to catch it and eat it. You know, and run around with like a harpoon, shooting a harpoon at them.
Yeah, that'd be too easy. I could just see the whole box of ho-hos in front of her and tell her she can't have any.
But that would be cruel, Ike. Don't do that. You'd be like,
And then
you
drink a whole
can't have
box
any
of-
of yourself, ho ho.
A whole case of Coca-Cola. No Shasta in this house.
So why does
Not in the Brotherhood of the Wolfies.
let me ask you a question? Why does Crazy Dana follow you? What did you tell her to make her one of your disciples? Like, how hard was that to get her to go along with all your insanity?
Well, see, Crazy Dana is just crazy. She's just a psycho bitch. She believes anything. You tell her the sky is green. She doesn't look up to see the sky. It's blue, but she'll believe it's green. And if you offend her, she'll come over here and she'll be in a whole cult with all of us. And she'll just hate you and hate you and hate you. And then she'll love me no matter how dirty I am. I haven't showered in about a week.
Wow.
You know. She'll just hate you.
Because she
It's just
really
this one little
believes you're
thing.
a good, God-fearing man and that you've never done anything wrong. But I don't think she really believes that. Maybe she just told herself that. I don't know.
Well, she can believe what she wants. I haven't told her anything. She hears all these voices in her head and she prays for death on people. Now, I might not agree with that because, I don't know what I believe in. I've never confirmed that, but I believe Mama. But then again, Dana's just crazy. She's just crazy.
Yeah.
She did something in her younger years. Now, I've never heard of her family talking to her. That's really suspicious. So I don't invite her up here. Now, a couple of the Brotherhood of the Wolf, they might come around in a couple months. I got these new teeth. Yeah, bought them on Temu.
You got some new teeth, huh? Got tired of looking like an oyster, right?
Yeah, I got tired of that Miss Maddie. Now, I got some mean words to say to Miss Maddie, but Mama told me I need to play nice, so,
Yeah.
Maddie, you were mean about
Mama
that
needs to
oyster
know
mouth. No, Mama, get your hands off me, no. No, I said no.
Put the cocking balls. That's sad.
Oh man,
so
that
so
picture
you,
of me over there.
so you
I
hate
look good.
you hate Maddie, huh?
You
hate Maddie?
We talking about Maddie again? I don't like Maddie. All of you guys were in this conspiracy that I can't prove. Yeah, this conspiracy where money changed hands across state lines and private chats. Now, don't look at my private chats that I have. I have about 15 or 20 different private chats, but don't you dare look at them.
Oh, okay. So your private chats, that's when you guys were all talking together about how y'all were going to try and frame people for felonies and try to do all this nonsense, right?
That Nordic Thunder. I bet you it was that Nordic Thunder. Or is that Zilla?
Wow.
One of them said something. I'm sure of it. I bet you they turned over a bunch of texts to you.
Well, that's neither here nor there, but
yeah,
there have been a lot of people you thought you were your friend who gave us a lot of information, but yeah.
That could be my pants. By
wow.
my pants, I mean my cell phone. Now that other guy that came on your show, I'm mighty disappointed in him. I'm not gonna judge him too harshly now, because he had to do what he had to do, and unlike me, he has a pair of balls.
Yeah, he definitely does compared to you. Yeah, even though he's a gay
Mhm.
dude, he definitely is more ballsy than you. But you sound kind of like you're a little playing for the other team too. And is there any validity to the rumors of you and Clough? Are y'all like an item, or what's going on with that?
That little tree rat, he hisses a lot, but he's the apple of my eye.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
haven't
because
asked
like,
Mama yet, but Mama
I'm,
might say yes.
yeah, she might because he's a guy, and she probably figures it's not the same competition as somebody else. Um, but I'm just happy that you
Mm-hmm.
took him off of my hands because I didn't want him lusting and stalking me anymore. So that really helps. And
It wasn't
so I
you, it
thank
was
you for that.
Anthony.
That's the
And
only thing
that's
I
why
can
he's
say that
angry.
you did.
It wasn't you.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
Anthony. He likes them. He likes them skinny boys. That's why I'm losing all
Ooh,
this
so
weight.
maybe that's what it was. He
Mm-hmm.
likes Anthony. Damn.
Mm-hmm. Better watch out, Anthony.
I just figured he was always in my study, coming in there without permission and snooping around in there, and always bringing his stinky ass in there. So, with his weird ass beady eyes, I
Now,
just figured there was something there.
I've heard of tree rats. Mm-hmm. Tree rats like to sniff underwear. So if your underwear was misplaced out of your laundry basket, he might have been sniffing it. Mm-hmm.
So, Ike, what is your whole agenda here? Because I'm confused. Like you just decided, you woke up one day and just decided to start trolling people because you needed to bring everybody down to your level because you
Well,
couldn't elevate yourself, or what?
well, this all started when I was a kid because I was bullied. So
Oh,
I
okay.
started bullying people back online because I'm too much of a chicken shit to learn how to be a bully in real life and go down and actually have a fight. So I bully people online and I troll people online. You can ask some of my extended family members. They might know something. Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, we've already asked several people.
Mm-hmm. I bet you have. Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Yeah, we already know quite a bit about you, Ike. Here's what's funny. We really didn't even have to ask. The people just volunteered and told us because you do have a lot of people that are scared of your mental instability, though, that, live around there. But I mean, I tell people that they really shouldn't be because you're just a shooter.
Well, I tell people that there's people following me out in the woods, but it's really just my friends and we're just hoaxing.
Oh yeah, for
And I
sure.
try to get people all worried and I like to exploit their feelings. And occasionally someone will pop up in my back seat once in a while. Mm-hmm. Yes, they might. Occasionally, I like to have a bunny suit or throw a rock, and they'll blame a cow mooing as a cryptid. And then those red eyes that you see, that's just a deer. Yeah, that Bambi. You HCS. I have some words for you, HCS. You're making fun of my Bambi. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you made fun of me. You getting scared of Bambi. Now, I am 3% Cherokee, so I know what a deer is, and that was not a deer. That was a cartoon. It was Bambi. It scared me.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
should have
you,
heard
you
me.
seem
I'm
like
like,
the,
Clef,
the
save
deer would
me.
scare you. You seem like the type that would be afraid of a deer.
Mm-hmm.
So, what would you do if you saw an
Mm-hmm.
actual predator out there, like a wolf?
Well, I don't go deep enough to find a wolf. The only wolf that I know about is you. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. What about the
That's the
Brotherhood,
only
though?
wolf I know about. And then, oh, you mean the Brotherhood of the Wolfies?
Yeah, the
No,
wolf.
you never
Yeah,
see
yeah.
any
Pardon.
pictures of our nighttime activities out
Well, I
there
don't want to see. I bet it's pretty
because
pretty
there
disgusting.
really isn't any boot on the ground. Well, there's boots on the ground, but we're not wearing them. Mm-hmm. Just some masks, if you know what I mean. Brotherhood of the Wolfies.
Yeah, and how did you manage to get all of these grown men? I know the soft headed women. They're easy because they're lonely. But I'm talking about these men. How did you get them all to follow you and become your slaves and do all this dirty work for you?
Well, weak-minded men are easily manipulated. One of them is always high on drugs. So he's always paranoid because he started smoking a lot of that reefer, that devil's lettuce at a young age.
Mhm.
hmm Then that tree rat was just jealous that, Anthony got a good looking woman and I didn't. And my ex used to beat me up and smack me around and used to, dominate me. I didn't like it. Now,
And then when she got a little heavier, I mean, or a little lighter, whatever, she left you. Like once she started looking halfway decent, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
turns out she wanted a real man.
Yeah.
That's why she left that tree rat.
Yeah. She didn't want him no more. Because
Mhm.
after she went to Planet Fitness for a few weeks, that was it. She's like, well, see ya. And that way she don't have to smell somebody that smells like ass and Taco Bell, Yeah. So
Hey, it's Bucky. Get it right. It's Bucky's.
because in my opinion, that's what that's what his truck smelled
when I
like.
turn up in town,
Wow.
when I turn up in town, Bucky's runs out of their burritos and their sewer bill goes up about $50. Me and that tree rat, we wipe it out.
Wow, I bet you do.
Mhm.
And what about your high priest, the one that is the one that's always accusing everybody of Anunnakis? What about him? What is he? How did you get him to flip?
Now, that's a complicated statement. See, I can't really talk about that because he has this hammer that he threatens people with.
Mm.
And sometimes he cities and he's a different city. If we're talking about Rufy. Now, I need to address that Deputy Doofy. I was a Deputy Doofy. I was hall monitor in grade school. And then I got bullied. And then I was a crosswalk guard and I got bullied.
Wow. So you tell people where's your hall pass, and then they just slap you.
Sometimes they put a trash can over my head. Sometimes they gave me swirlies in the toilet. That's why I stink.
Okay. I thought it was just a mental illness.
Well, that too. I don't like to shower, and then there are certain mental illnesses that make you stink. And then you guys trolled me so much, I had to get rid of my pets, the roaches. I had Leroy. I had Carl. Now, my nickname growing up was Carl, believe it or not.
Wow.
Like French fry taters. Some people call it Kaiser plate. Some people call it Subway. French fry taters. You know what I mean?
Is that why you're always messing with Abe? Because you want to try you want to try a burrito with taters? Is that what you're trying to go after? But you're mad because Abe is married? Is that why you went after his wife? Because you're jealous, huh? Wow.
That woman has big, handsome,
See, Abe,
big, if you know what I
he's
mean.
jealous. He's jealous. That's the whole reason
Latino.
he did what he did. He just can't because he can't get a woman.
Look.
Well, he's got like 4 women or 5, man. The 4 woman is Jessica Hippopotamus.
If you notice something, I go
She's
after
4
the
women.
Latinos. I went after and attacked Maddie. I believe she's Puerto Rican. I went after you, Mr. Turner. I went after Mr. CS. I went after this fine Hispanic couple over in Oklahoma and claimed their Bigfoot video was mine. And I go after Native Americans like Ramona and the Choctaw Trackers. And then B. Moss, I trolled her.
Hey, Dirty Ike.
I like to attack the ones I envy.
Did you strap on a 2x4 in your ass when you went and dive deep into Jessica Hippopotamus?
Look,
So you would fall in the
I'm
hole?
not in the hippopotamus. She's wasting her time. Mama said no. And what Mama wants, Mama gets. Mm-hmm. And you get right. What Mama wants, Mama gets. Have you ever studied up on the Ed Gein fella?
Yeah,
Mama,
sounds like you.
Mama's like that. I guess the Gein. Mm-hmm. We live out on our property, all isolated, our own little clan out here.
Nobody goes
And
out there.
if a single car drives by, I think it's a Mexican, and stalking me. And
A spicy burrito. Look at that woman, man.
Those,
Well,
those
whatever
damn
it is.
Taco Bell hot sauce packets being left on the road, that's a threat. We don't like those damn hot sauce packets.
Have you ever had a
Mhm.
job, Ike? Any of y'all? Because the other night you said you were a workaholic, but we know that's a lie. If Maury Povich was on there, he'd be like, "Your lack of any calluses anywhere other than your chon would say that is a lie."
Now, there's this rumor going around. I cannot confirm it nor deny it, but I worked at a mall as a mall cop. Now, I wasn't a real cop there, but I've claimed I've been a cop.
Pretty sure you wouldn't make it as a mall cop because even those mall security people, they usually have to go through a lot of training, and they actually get paid a little better than most security guards. They get made fun of, but it's actually not an easy job.
I have this claim that I got injured as a mall cop. There's this claim going around about me. I cannot confirm it nor deny it. As per the law, one of my attorneys told me that I couldn't confirm it nor deny it. But I got this nice little disability check, and it's the most I've ever been paid other than grifting on my YouTube channel.
Wow.
Mhm. Now, Mama said I have to go because, what Mama says happens.
Yeah, mama gets, huh?
Now, all this was for entertainment purposes only. This was all just a joke. This wasn't true. This is all just comedy. Now, don't take this out of context, anyone. Don't take this serious, anyone. This was all comedy. You two have a good night. I'll keep my eye on you.
We don't miss a show.
Y'all know I don't miss a show. I record them all.
Hit the
You
like
can
button
watch
on
my
your way
replay. You stay cute over there, Mr. CS. And remember, this was all comedy.
out.
None of this was
Visit me
true.
in
This was
Tampa,
all
Florida.
comedy over here.
Nice polished boot. Waiting for
I'll
you.
lick it.
Yeah, go eat some roaches, man.
Look you dead in the eye and lick it. Eat roaches like a bearded dragon? Roaches are friends, not food. Good night.
Wow. Well, that was weird. What do you think of that, Abe?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think he was on crack. What I mean by crack, I think he was on Cluffy's crack. I don't know. He was acting strange.
It'd be
Or
funny if it
Cluffy was
turned out to
on his
actually be Mike. If he was just high and shit. That's weird. I can honestly say I don't know who that was.
He could have been anybody from that camp, man.
Got his eye on you, Steve.
Oh shit! What the hell? Was that a demon talking to me?
What happened?
I thought I heard Dirty Ike say, "I got my eyes on you, Mr. CS."
That was me. Nah, wasn't a demon. Just an impersonation.
Yeah, my mind was somewhere else, man. Earlier, Even I'm wearing the chakra bracelet. I'm wearing braces around me. Yeah, dirty Ike, a big piece of crap. I know he's viewing it. This he always does. He's been watching my shows almost every night.
Well, he's recording it, so he thinks he can use all this as evidence to counteract the lawsuits that are coming. Yeah, you can try. You've done so much that kind of like spitting in the ocean, son. Son better wake up and apologize to more than just his mama, fucking punk ass, and just hope that God has mercy on him because
Didn't
he's
he
just
speak to his mom one day? A long time
yeah. Oh
ago?
yeah, I talked to his mom. Yeah, she was pleading with me. That's when he lied the other night when Sparky was on there. He said that I said it's the Bettina show now or some bullshit that I never said because this guy's a compulsive and pathological liar. So yeah, he just brought that out of his stank ass. No,
You
his
think
mom pleaded with me not to go after him. Basically, like he didn't do nothing. He's a good boy. I was like, yeah, bullshit. I said, I don't know, man. After all the shit that he's pulled, that was a lot of shit that he had pulled up to that point. I mean, think of it like this: if he would have just stopped that night, and didn't do anything else ever again, then we would have never really known the depths of his depravity or how far he had gone or how far he was willing to go. But he just kept going. And just imagine all the shit he had done up to that point already. Now tack on another 2 years and 3 months. Holy shit, man. This dude has more karmic debt than anybody I fucking know. I mean, honestly, dude, I don't know anybody in my personal life that can even match this guy. And he's got these other reprobates willing to follow him too. I mean, it's just unbelievable.
I remember when his sister and his daughter, or whatever they are, they
His
were afraid of
kids.
him when they were doing the show themselves, and he was guiding them what to say.
Yeah, he was pretending like he wasn't there because he thought he was going to get in trouble because of court. He'll stop doing shows for a couple of days before court. When he goes to court, yeah, then he'll come back and start. But now I think because nothing's happening to him, he thinks he's just gotten away with it scot free, and so he figures he don't have to do nothing no more. But it's very possible that he has brought destruction down upon everybody around him. I can't say 100% for sure, but yeah, if I was a betting man, I'd say yeah, because he's got so many people that have brought so much against this dude. It's unfreaking believable. He can sit up there and bluster all he wants about, oh, it's all coming out. Everybody's coming in. Ain't nobody going to you, man. Ain't nothing coming out from your side, dude, okay? The only thing that's going in is you to court. What happens after that happens after that. But that's where you're headed. I don't know what's going to happen to him after that.
These people have been plotting against you since you first started doing your shows or the first conference?
I know there was a lot of stuff going on from the first conference. I can't say exactly when they started. It started before the first conference, but I can't say exactly when. And I don't know how much Ike was involved. Pretty sure he was the one that went to, in my opinion, and hopefully when we look at all these fake accounts he's got, because he's so stupid, he doesn't realize that you can't hide those. So what ends up happening, he's going to probably, in my opinion, I mean, this is not me cover my ass saying my opinion. I'm saying this is honestly what I'm thinking is going to happen is when they do, the diligence and look at this, it's probably going to show, like Joe Doyle said, probably hundreds, if not thousands of fake accounts. And then they're going to connect them. Oh, this one said this one said this. And any damage that he did going back, like if he's the one that set me up with Vic Cundiff,
Yeah,
he's going to have to pay for that. Everybody that he got to fight and did whatever. And when it all comes pouring out, I would hazard to guess there's going to be hundreds of people that are probably going to look and be like, holy shit, man. You know, this dude said this shit about me. And he, you know, who knows he's fucked over and fucked with, how many people he's messed with. Because we know for a fact that Peterson, Damon, and Chickens Cleghorn are him. But once it comes out that all these other ones are him, and everything that he's said and done as Peterson Damon is going to come out when you go to court, and that's going to be already there. That and Chickens Cleghorn. So he's now responsible for everything that those accounts say. That's why it's in everybody's best interest is to sue the shit out of this dude. And also anything that comes out criminally, it can be added to a civil suit too. So it can all come out, you know, and he'll end up losing anything he ever gets. His channel, everything's going to be gone, in my opinion. I mean, that's just me saying, hey, that's what I think. I honestly think that. Like, I think he's going to lose everything because he had no reason to go and do all of this shit. Like, honestly, you know, it's crazy. Like, why would you do all of this maniacal shit, dude? It's just stupid. Well, he could have just left people the fuck alone. And I got the screenshots of a message he sent me a long time ago where he said he lost it all, or he lost everything because of YouTube. Well, you're not even going to have YouTube. You know, it's going to get worse for you because you just couldn't stop. You wouldn't stop. He could have just quit, you know, doing what he was doing and went on with his life. But he had to just keep fucking around. And then he got emboldened by these bastards that propped him up because he was fighting me, and so they thought, well, we'll join in and we'll help him, you know. So that made him feel more important.
You think David from Texas was affiliated with him? I think it was.
You know, I have no proof of that at all. I don't have anything that I can think of off the top of my head that says he was, but
because Sean is with Dirty Ike.
See, now he is, but Sean was with Barton, so I'm wondering what Barton knew about David.
They were all in cahoots.
But
they were all in cahoots.
Yeah, very possible. I mean, it'll come out, I'm sure, you know, eventually. And there's going to be a lot that's going to be, you know, coming out.
Crazy Dana was affiliated with all of them, connected to all of them.
She definitely is, and that ain't good for none of them because she has made some really nasty statements, really nasty threats. That's why I said lay off of her. Let her spin. Let her say whatever the fuck she's going to say because it's hurting them. I used to get upset about it and be mad, and then I just came to the realization that, hey, she's the worst thing that ever happened to those people because the horrible shit she goes around saying about people. I'm not even talking about me. I'm talking about just what she says to people in general. She just pops off. Look what she did to this woman, Elder Medicine. I mean,
yeah,
she said a bunch of horrible shit to that woman. Like, she just does that, you know? And she was in there popping off to Sparky when Sparky was trying to talk. And, you know, that's the tip of the iceberg with her. She has the most ridiculous, you know, there were several people that came into PRT News kind of trying to be neutral. And then they read what she was saying and they saw what Barton was saying and they were just like, holy shit, man. They flipped real quick and was like, no, dude, sorry. We didn't know. We thought that these people were being honest when they were lying and saying, you know, that you were this evil person and whatever. Now they know otherwise. But I can tell your audience, don't worry. It's like they say, it's all coming out. And there is going to be an end to this. And there ain't going to be no more making fun of people and funny games and all this other shit. Because when these court cases come down, I'm of the opinion 100%. Yeah, I think they're going to have to shut up if they have any common sense at all. So that it'll probably, you know, the
shit talk will probably stop from them when we start going to court. You know, unfortunately, I'll probably have to not say anything either, but it'll be in court, so it won't matter to me.
Yeah.
And I'll be happy because I won't have to sit there and fuck with these people no more. It's going to be taken care of. And they can talk a lot of big shit, how they think they're going to do this and do that, but that's just people being foolish. It's a bunch of foolishness. Hey, Elvira. A bunch of nonsense. Now, grown people in their 60s can go around and act like they have no clue.
Yeah, they're not. I think something's wrong with them. You know. I mean, they've probably been doing this to a lot of people over the years, man.
Oh, you know they have.
Bart has been doing that. I believe that is dealing with what they believe in. You know. That I believe this people is literally a cult that works for some of these bigger groups that we're not in no more.
Yeah.
Because that's what they are. They're a cult. And trust me, the thing that I got booted out, you got booted out was an accidental. Is because they're trying to tarnish your reputation, trying to tarnish my reputation by making up all these things. But the reality of the matter is that they're the cult. That's a cult, and that they get hired by these groups that are the leaders of the cult to target people that they see that we're trying to bring a different perspective to everything, and they target us because we're not drinking the Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Like everybody else is doing, right? We're different, and they just like that, and they send their little minions or to come after us. And they got
you can tell these are their little foot soldiers.
If somebody says Abe cannot call in,
they probably believe that these people that they're doing this for, if this is the case, which it could come out that it is, they probably believe that these people are gonna protect them or save them or something. They're not. They're just gonna throw them under the bus. They're gonna let them go down.
That's what it is, man. It's a bigger picture than what it seems, and I wouldn't be surprised that the big kind of, in some kind of way, is affiliated with that because he also is dealing with that. He just talks about Dogman. He wants people just to believe in Dogman, but it's still the same philosophy that this other group. So I'm more sure they're affiliated that way. There was this other group called Christian Bigfoot, or something dealing with Christian Bigfoot, or that he had a lot of members. But then I was told by a moderator to leave the group because that there were actually the worshippers, that they were using the Christian Bigfoot as a cover up, but that it was truly a cult. So, and that one had like millions of viewers. So I just left, man, because I didn't want to be there. If it was dealing with that, I noticed that every time that I play something, that somebody would say something real crazy, so because I would place a lot of things of Jesus Christ and talking about a love foundation, heavenly love foundation, and they would get mad. So anything that you've been going through or I've been going through is not accidental. They've been coming at me for a very long time. I think even when before I even was doing any kind of videos for anybody, when I just had my other groups, Positive Spiritualist, and I was doing Light Workers, Light Feeds of the World. I think that's where I met Crazy Dana in Light Workers, Light Feeds of the World, where I originally met her. because she's been on my friends list for a very long time. And then she had become a member of Positive Spiritualists, and then I put her in Spiritual Cryptid Encounters. So I'm thinking it has to do with that, me bringing the spiritual aspect of things into the cryptid community. That's why they do what they do, you know, attack people. And I get no money out of it, you know. So they just do it because that's what the orders are from the people in charge of them, you know. They tell them what to do and they just follow the orders. That's why they're so precise, right? Not that they're precise, but constant. They're constant because they're following the orders of the people that are in charge of them. So they're like literally like little pawns, but there's other people in charge of them. That's what I see. And I don't think if what you're gonna do, I don't think they're gonna bring those people. I mean, the evidence that you got is the evidence that you got for what they're doing. But I believe there's other people in charge of them. From a lot of this Bigfoot communities, they have a lot of there's cults in there. I'm just here to let you know there's people infiltrating there, people in charge built this thing so they want you to believe it's a Bigfoot, they want you to believe it's a dog man. But we all know what it truly is. There's, you know, like what's her name? The elder sister called them something spirits or something like that. No, I call them DDN, disembodied demonic Nephilim, because that's what they are. They're not flesh and blood. And yes, the elders back in the day would say that the Bigfoot, that's why they had all the missing 401 cases. They would steal the children. Sometimes they would take wives, but they would steal a lot of children. Which to me, it's not a Bigfoot. It's demons that are doing that. You know, how do they do it? They manifest to look like maybe a family member, or they mimic a voice to follow the family, the manifestation of the family member or the voice, and next thing you know, the child is gone, disappeared from the face of the earth. Because they get deceived that way, in which they start believing it's them, then the unclean spirit has the opportunity to possess the vessel. Once they possess a vessel, they take the body. Then the demon leaves the body, and it could be miles away from the location where they got taken, and they come back to reality, but they don't know where they're at. So the body can only last so long without food and water, and I think that's what happens to many people. They get possessed, the demon leaves, the DDN demon. Once it leaves a vessel, they can become normal, but they don't know where they're at. Yeah, Brother Buddha, come on tomorrow night. Tonight, we were just doing it. I was just doing a quick video, brother. But tonight, we will have open mic night. It went from me addressing the situation to doing a skit. But no, of course, people are going to get pissed off when you talk about what they believe in, what they know. You know, it's like they know what they're into. You know, I see a lot of people in Bigfoot groups that they say they can command the Bigfoot, the Sasquatch. They got a stick with a mineral on the stick, and they said they're third generational, that they can command the Bigfoot. No, that's not what they're really saying. What they're really saying, they're third generational warlocks And when they say they can command it, they're saying they can make deals with demons, because that's what they're out there for. So they make deals with the demons. It's not a Bigfoot they're making a deal. That's why I tell everybody, if you see something in that nature, that's a spirit. Tie, bind, and rebuke it in the name of Jesus Christ. When the sucker vanishes and it smells like sulfur, you're already going to know right there and then that it was a demon. Or if it disappears and it leaves black goo on the ground where we're standing, it's because it went to another dimension, the hell dimension, right? But the black goo signifies pestilence. So that's why I question a lot of these people that have these groups, that I think that they're fake people, because they're fake people. Me, I say I believe in Jesus Christ, but they don't say what they believe in, even though I know what they're doing. You know, it don't take a genius to figure it out. So yeah, they see Brother Ipsy as a spiritual threat, because I'm awakening people from the deception that Bigfoot is real, or that any cryptid is real, or aliens. I'm just letting you know what we're dealing with. You know, it's a spiritual thing. Follow your spirit, because your spirit will guide you. Just like Corner the Cobb, he knows where he does what he does. He try to get me upset. He wants to uh, get me upset and all this. I know what you're trying to do, man, and I'm going to maintain my Heavenly Love Foundation. I can speak to you, but I'd rather maintain my Heavenly Love Foundation. That's more important to me. I can address you and tell you to stop doing what you're doing. I've told you to stop numerous times, and you continue to do the things that you do. But I know what you work. I know how you work. I know what you're about. All the people in your camp, what you truly believe in. And it sure is not Jesus Christ. Thank you, Brother Joel Burgers. Yeah, I just wanted to address that, and I said what I said, but I'd rather maintain my Heavenly Love Foundation than be somebody that I don't want to be. You know, when you do these investigations and you go out there, you better be on the right path, because you might never know what can be out there to attack or attach itself to you. What do you think Dirty Ike stays around his vehicle? Why do you stay around your vehicle, Dirty Ike? Why do you have all the lights on? Why do you keep the lights on your vehicle? Why do you have so many lights around you? I know it's not so the audience can see where you're at. It's because you have fear. You have fear of the things that I speak of, that if you're not giving them what they want, eventually they're going to come for you. That's why you're doing what you're doing with all the lights, because things are already happening to you, and you're living your life in fear now. That's why you do the things that you do, because eventually, when you can give what you promised, what you worship, eventually it's going to come and get payback from somebody. And I believe that's why when you do your investigations, you got all the lights on, you stay on the road, you don't go into the woods, you don't do none of that, because you know that you're on the wrong path. You've been on the wrong path, But one of these days, you see these things, you don't have to go into the woods, Mike, for them to attack you spiritually. I believe they're already upon you. Uh, Talking about sicknesses, yeah, I think they're upon you, and you're sick as I speak right now, and it's not going to get any better for you. The only way anything can get better for you is you ask God for forgiveness and repent for your sins. But it's upon you. I seen the video. I didn't tune in, but I seen how you don't leave your vehicle alone. You don't go into the woods, walk a distance, like you're living your life in fear. Yeah. Look, you don't believe me? Not to get him views or nothing. Look at the video of Mike when he's just staying around his vehicle, staying in the light. Because I know why he's staying in the light of the vehicles, and he's got all these flashlights with him. One of these days, the lights are going to stop working. One of these days, they're going to come. Your battery, your car from your battery is going to give out. You're going to have no lights. The equipment that you have, all the batteries are going to get drained, and you're going to be stuck out there in the dark road in the darkness. And that's when you're going to get attacked. I know how they work. You're the one that's giving it the opening because of the things you do to people. It's just a matter of time that this what I'm saying to you right now is going to happen. I think it's already happening to you. That's why you're running scared just around your vehicle. That's not an investigation, but I could see the fear. I mean, when you have a guilty conscience the way you do, yeah, you live your life in fear from the people you've messed with, and you live the life of fear because of the things that are around you that showing themselves to you. That's what I'm saying, man. Yeah, he's spiritually bonded big time. He's being used to try to come up against me. That's not working. It's all affiliated. You know, Gideon's demons and the people that worship things that dwell in negativity. They're affiliated. You know, they're used as much as possible. That's why all these people from the camp come at us the way they do because they don't want us to do our shows. They don't want us to talk about Jesus Christ as our Lord and Savior. That's why they target spiritual encrypted encounters. I'm a small group compared to Brother Josh Turner, but they've been attacking him for a while, and they attack me. But Dana, I've been knowing her for a long time. Said I met her before I even did any podcast. I knew her from Lightworker, Light Feeds of the World, and Light Workers of the World. That's why I met her. Did I meet her, or was she trolling me then too? That's the question, right? I believe she was trolling me already, and that's many years ago. I would say probably like 10 years, 11 years ago. Yeah, I knew Dana Ortega from way back in the day. light workers of the world and light worker live feeds. That's where I met her. Then I invited her to my group, but that's like 10, 11 years ago. But that's what happens. These people, they see, like, for example, here in Spiritual Encrypted Encounters, I pray for people, and I've done spiritual works here, praying for people in which they feel better. I was doing the same thing on Light Workers of the World, Light Worker live feeds. And that's how she became a friend. But I think it's because she's seen the good in me. She's seen the Heavenly Love Foundation, because I've been talking about at Heavenly Love Foundation for a long time. So she's seen me as the enemy, decided to infiltrate, and that's how we came to all this point. So all these people that are affiliated with her are the same as her. People that do not believe in Jesus Christ, you want to call them a cult. That's what they are. That's what we're dealing with. That's why they're persistent, because the demons make them attack, right? Because they're trying to find an opening, trying to see if we're going to falter, trying to see they can find an opening in anger, right? I can say a lot of things, but I still maintain my Heavenly Love Foundation. I forgive people daily. And I do want to apologize to my viewers that I wasn't going to do a live feed. I decided to do one. Just want to thank you for all the support, to those that tune in, to the people that are around me. Tonight I will have a open mic night where the viewers are allowed to come and say, to this evening or this early in this morning was just supposed to be something quick, that we made it longer. But yeah, these people are evil people, not evil people that I'm afraid of, because I deal with other things spiritually. But they're going to stumble and fall by their ways. That's eventually what happens to people like that. They're going to stumble and fall because of karma, right? You do your works. Eventually, the karma of that evil works that you do is going to come around, and it's going to get you. That's why I leave everything to the Heavenly Father, to my protector and avenger. But in saying that, brothers and sisters, let me see. We've been on an hour. We've been here for 2 hours and 9 minutes. I want to say thank you. I'm going to call it a night. Tomorrow we'll talk spiritually. I'm going to leave these people in the back burner, right? I'm going to leave them in the back burner. Tonight we're going to have a good night, because I do want to celebrate Thanksgiving. So I don't know if I'm going to do a live on that day, but tonight, Tuesday night, this evening, we will do, for whoever wants to jump on, talk about whatever you want to talk about. We're going to do it here on Spiritual Encrypted Encounters. That's right, Brother Alexander. That will be exposed. You're more than welcome to come later on tonight, Brother Alexander. We'll be doing open mic night. I might do it early. I don't know. Just pay attention when I come on, and you're more than welcome to come and join. Buddha Cafe, you're still here. You're more than welcome to come later on tonight. Carnal, or wherever, you're more than welcome. But in saying that, this is Brother Abe Cias. Thank you, Brother Josh Turner. Thank you, the actor Dirty Ike, for jumping on. thank you for all that tuned in here tonight. God bless you. Life, light, and blessings to every single one of you. Let me say a little prayer before we go. Heavenly Father, at this time, I would like to pray for you to protect us, continue to protect us, clear any negative energy from around me, from around the viewers, from around our homes, as we place heavenly spiritual crosses on us from head to toes, on the windows. Uh, we type and rebuke any unclean spirits. We take authority over you in the name of Jesus Christ. You're not welcome. Leave at this time. This we pray in Jesus Christ's name. Amen. Good night, Sister Nellie. God bless you. And continuous prayers for you, Sister Nellie. I just prayed, and so everybody can have a good night tonight. Yeah. Actually, tomorrow, today is tomorrow, which is Tuesday night. Tuesday night, I'll do another live. Gracias. Thank you. God bless every single one of you. Love, light, and blessings. And for everybody was viewing, the actor Dirty Ike was a skit. Okay, it was a skit. That's all that was. And again, love, light, and blessings, and God bless y'all. This is Brother Abe Cias, Soren Cias signing off from Spiritual Encrypted Encounters. Peace out, everybody.